Hey, 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 hey. What's good, people? Welcome back to Girl Chat Sports. You know what it is. We're a special Thursday night edition. What's up, Mo? How's it going?
It's going.
Good, 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 good. It has been a crazy week, to say the least, in sports. So we definitely have a
Its own
lot to go
telenovela,
over.
like you said.
Li- Right. It's a telenovela.
It's
Sports
ridiculous.
people, they got their own telenovela for sure. But we also have a great collab today. We've got our guy out there in Tampa Bay going to join us. So we're just going to bring him on because he's down to shoot the. Well, I won't even say that, but he's down to shoot it with us for
Shoot
the
the
show.
breeze. Join the
Shoot the
chat.
breeze, shoot the breeze, join the chat. So let's
What's
get
up?
him on
Shout
here.
out to
What's up?
Goose, Bill Logan, all y'all checking in. Thanks.
What up?
What's
up,
up,
Guru?
Guru?
Not much. How y'all doing tonight?
Hey,
We're good.
we good. We hanging in there. We hanging in there.
For
So
you,
shout out to
so-
you. We appreciate you coming on.
No doubt. Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah.
Well, first and foremost, I don't know if I'm frozen or if Mo's frozen, but one of us maybe is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't hear her. There we go. I don't know.
Frozen.
That Metro PCS got Mel.
I don't
Got me
know.
frozen.
You froze.
Got me frozen.
Well, we'll work on that. I'm not sure, what the gist is going on here, but we'll figure it out. Guru,
gist?
since you seem to be live with it right now. Oh, did we lose? Mo's gone. Guru, give us an intro to you and what you're doing out there in Tampa Bay, please.
What up, everybody? It's your homeboy, the Guru here, live from Tampa, Florida. Happy to be on with my West Coast family right now, the Girl Chat Sports. You already know, Las Vegas to Tampa. Let's go.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So I guess one of it, Arlington, I guess I'm frozen, but for some reason, I don't know. If you can hear me, I'm just the voice of God. So that's all that matters. We'll get Mo back on in a sec. While we wait, because one of the big hot topics right now that we want to address is this Derrick Henry injury, the injuries that have happened in the NFL. So since we got a couple minutes, I did want to play one of my favorites out there is Gridiron Heights. And every week they have a new cartoon video that kind of encompasses the week before. And this last week of week 8 was pretty intense. So I want to make sure that everybody's able to enjoy this one. So just bear with us for a couple minutes. Thanks.
This fall, watch one man attempt the impossible.
Boo! Running backs aren't an optimal position anymore.
I'm going to break the rushing record.
But you have one more game than Eric Dickerson. It'll have an asterisk.
My whole career's at an asterisk.
Derrick Henry can never be a professional running back. He's far too big and strong.
Ah!
Derek, stop stiff-arming. You're scaring the other children at the University of Alabama.
Watch him buck the projections.
Look, we come from a long line of Oilers. That's all we'll ever be. So just hide the fact that you're 6'3", 240 pounds. Be a normal back.
And inspire us. Wait, what's this?
It's a tweet from Adam Schefter. Titans RB Derrick Henry suffered a potentially season-ending.
Oh no, okay. Derek's hurt. Oh no, what the hell? Derek basically the whole team!
What are you doing?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to stiff arm like Derek, but it's hard!
Rapport also has it. Now it's real.
Sorry, family only.
Can't you see? I'm his brother.
Oh, no.
He's very clearly not.
Hey, the story of, Ryan.
You wanna win so bad, win!
I'm gonna try to win!
Good, we are in total agreement!
You watching Derek's high school tape?
No, this was Derek playing this year's Buffalo Bills.
Critics are calling it definitely not great. An inspiring story if it somehow works out. And finally, a victory for pass first analytics with Saquon Barkley.
You want to know what the best part of my day is? Driving up to the Giants facility and hoping no one is there.
Najee Harris.
Najee, we're tripling your production. When I'm a rookie?
Whoever's playing running back for the Ravens. And introducing Cordero Patterson.
I'm a receiver. Backs get used and abused.
And Cordero Patterson.
I'm a running back. We can play into our 30s now.
Watch Tannehill become a Tana Mountain.
They say he can only be out for like 6 weeks. Woo!
Gridiron Heights presents Remember the Titan. Out now and out indefinitely.
Any other division we'd be done, so thank God for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
totally.
you got this,
My lawyers advised me not to say anything.
And from the makers of Remember the Titan comes the story of the ragtag Cleveland Browns in The Breakfast Chub.
Oh, yeah, sorry, it's just me. We're all taking turns being hurt.
That is hilarious.
Welcome back, Mo.
Welcome back to Girl Chat Sports and Guru Speaks podcast.
Yeah,
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Welcome. So
Hilarious.
for all of you that may catch this later on audio wise, there's a couple of videos I'm sharing, including that one. So if you're able to go to, YouTube, subscribe to our channel, make sure you watch the show because we definitely have a lot of visuals that we like to share with everybody. But anyways, we appreciate you for checking in. Make sure you share the feed, join in the conversation. We definitely have some discussions to talk about.
Yes.
Like the video. Derrick Henry, man, Tennessee, I knew a couple Tennessee fans that were like, this is our year. We're about to do it because they've been making great progress. And next, their horse there has taken a fall. Now it's up to Tannehill and the rest of the team. Can Julio
Like
Jones
it hurts
take
me
some?
because it's on my fantasy. Derrick Henry was on my fantasy league.
Uh-huh.
And now I got to make another cut. It's just devastating. Never want to see
Hang
that
on, I'm
action
swapping
happen.
real quick. There we go. Sorry, I had to.
Yeah, you never want to see that action. Never,
Yeah.
It's crazy.
No.
Don't want that to happen. It's too early. He
It's
was
too
on a
early
roll,
for
too.
all that. I can't,
Can't hear me, huh?
No, I can hear you.
Froze.
Oh,
No, why I'm
man. I
freezing.
don't know what's happened.
I don't know.
Is it me?
Keep freezing.
Well, I can hear you, so we'll just keep going. If it pops
Frozen
in and out, it
picture.
pops in and out. So.
I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi.
Maybe take your Wi-Fi off. Can you use cellular? I don't know. How Vegas right now has been terrible with cellular service. I got Verizon and it
Really?
even sucks at my house. Yeah, it's bad out here. So
Wow.
I don't know. Who knows what's happening with Mo? Are you there, Mo? He said, Mo using that T-Mobile internet. Maybe just Mo didn't want to be here today. Thursday, her phone's used to Wednesdays. It's not used to today. So what can you do, right?
Hey.
But what's your take? I mean, we've got, not only we have Derrick Henry being out, Jameis Winston has a season-ending injury. He did like ACL, MCL sprain to his knees.
Right.
And Derrick Henry could be out for possibly the season, maybe less, maybe playoffs if he were to be able to get good, if they make the playoffs and he was able to come back by them. But does the Titans have a chance? I mean, the conference, their division itself isn't,
Yeah.
it's all right. But
Average.
what do you think about the King Henry less Titans now?
I feel for Derrick Henry and the whole Titans nation. I think their motto is tighten up, but it's it's crazy because he was like my him and Matt Stafford early on was gonna be like my 1 and 2 candidates for the MVP. And so I was really pulling for Derrick Henry because if he was gonna break this 2,000 yard mark, and since we're such in a pass first league, it would have been a shoo-in for him to get this kind of accolade when his league is throwing the ball first. So I really wanted him to get the MVP because we haven't had a running back get it in a long time. I think since AP, and so ironically enough, that's who replaced him.
Right.
And I'm like, yo, just when you think AP is done, when it's like 100,000 miles on the tires, he just goes to get a tune-up and come back.
He like that 1995 Honda Accord. He's like, screw it. Like, I'm still running. Let's do it.
Exactly. So, yeah, it sucks because, like you said, Mel, like, their division is so bad. So, it was like theirs for the taking because the Colts are, we don't know where they're going to be. They're such in a confusing time right now. We don't even know if Wentz is going to be able to be there for the future. And then you got Jacksonville. We don't even have to waste our time on that. And then Houston, same thing. So it was for the Titans to take, but unfortunately injuries happen, and so you have to adapt. So let's see what AP can do.
True. Mo, welcome back.
Yes. Don't flip the screen or nothing. Just leave it as it is.
Okay. I'm not touching it.
If I freeze again, it's a wrap. Place myself a little doll or something.
Oh, man. Thoughts on Derrick Henry and these Titans?
I already told you. You ruined my fantasy. I had him on my fantasy league. This thing is terrible. Like, I'm losing players like unexpectedly. It's just kind of crazy. And it's really unfortunate, though, in real talk, And
Yeah.
I really had the Titans pegged to be top AFC contenders, which I still think they possibly can be. It's not over yet.
Really?
But what are they going to do? I mean, he was kind of their main hub. I'm curious to see what the adjustments are going to look like for this. I really am. So
yeah.
I
you
just
think
pray for a
Adrian
speedy
Peterson
recovery.
can put up some numbers?
I mean,
Still got it?
he's probably not going to have a choice.
Yeah.
He's probably not going to have a choice. If that's the
all I
go-to
know
guy
is
to
that the
run numbers,
fantasy
he's not gonna have a
football
choice.
people have been going crazy. It's like I've never seen so many ads and drops on fantasy football notifications the entire season, but this week between your bye week, you've got 4 teams on bye, you've got injuries, you have people being out, people who aren't playing at all.
Right.
Like Mr. Odell Beckham Jr. Basically, so the head coach Stefanski even told the players that Odell is essentially not on the team right now. He was excused from practice yesterday, didn't go to practice again today.
Right.
And now, I mean, it's on the cusp of are they going to release him and who's going to pick him up, which of course he'll get picked up. But when do you think that the Browns are just going to let him go, or will they let him go?
They should have let him go after that video came out, because there's other teams that would have taken him and utilized him like they should have, like the Browns should have. Now, unfortunately, because he vented his frustrations to his dad and his famous friends, they decided to take those frustrations to Twitter and Instagram and all those other places. And now he's in trouble, And so this is kind of like his football purgatory. Like, you're pretty much not going to let you out. We're not going to let you. They probably are going to wait for some decent type of offer to come of this. Good trades, draft picks, or anything for this trade for him. And since Tuesday, I don't know how those negotiations are going to look. And he may possibly play again, but it's probably going to have to take some work of him making amends with Baker Mayfield in order to do so. So is he going to be the bigger person to do that, or what? Oh my God, I froze again. With my eyes closed, ready to kiss somebody. Keep it like this.
Yeah, just talk over this. This
Pucker
is perfect.
up, everybody. Get a kiss of the red.
Pucker Up Podcast featuring
Pucker Up
Monisha.
Podcast. Eyes closed. Kissing anybody blindly. It's a kissing booth thing. But I think, honestly, he'll probably have to try to mend some fences with Baker Mayfield, because Baker Mayfield tried to come off with the attitude like, yeah, I've met his dad face to face. We've had a conversation, but that doesn't really make any sense. You may have met him face to face, but you didn't meet him face to face during this current situation, possibly. So I feel like OBJ is gonna have to do some bootlicking just to get back on the field. Like, pucker up, baby. Pucker up. I have to kiss some brownies. Get back on here.
Arlington said you might as well turn the camera off. Donnell, he said the Steve Urkel about to kiss Laura look.
Wow. Why gotta be Urkel? Why can't it be somebody fine? Jesus.
You ain't found your glasses yet, Mo?
No.
You could have put them suckers on too.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Let me see if I just pop you off and put you back on.
I don't know. Who
Oh.
knows? I don't
Now
know
you
why I
just
want to
blacked
freeze
out.
up. Still doing it, right? Wow. Everybody.
I think you
Everybody's
turned
got
your
yours.
camera off now. Go back to the
I
camera
didn't
mic
turn my
option.
camera off. I didn't turn it off.
No, in this. Oh well, now it's off. It's black.
See, that's off.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm dead serious right now. I feel like anytime I get in conversation with Guru or anything Tampa Bay related, something bad happens to the Raiders. And something bad happens to me.
Don't do that.
This is what same thing when he was trying to reach out before, the Gruden situation. Same thing, he reaches out now, this Ruggs situation. Like, you need to stay. Your Buck Island needs to stay the heck away from me, for real. I feel like
Ouch. So you're
right
like
now.
the thorn in the side right now.
No, he's like the
Dang.
jinx right now, I feel like. Then he gets on our show, and it's on a Thursday. He makes us move to a Thursday, and now I'm blacked out.
Don't do me like that. I'm just.
Your phone's
I don't-
not used to the day. Your phone's not ready for it, I guess.
I don't
Someone's
know.
like, nah, we don't play this. It's not Wednesday. No.
Yeah, fade to black. Maybe I can put a little picture up of me.
You know, you can go to the cam mic settings on your within the StreamYard
And
try
add a
see,
cute little picture?
or you can adjust it to see if maybe it's just some misconnection. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm blaming it on Guru, honestly.
Nah, don't do that.
I'm blaming it on Guru. It's all Guru's fault.
Dang, Mo, dang.
That's all right. You can hear me through the audio. You don't need to see my expressions. It's cool.
We need you.
Nah, it's good. It's good. Let's keep going.
She just gonna pop in there.
Because not only we have the audio podcast, catch us on Spotify, Apple
keep going. We good. Yeah, that's all good.
Just fade to black on the YouTube.
So, other hot topic that came up was Mr. Aaron Rodgers. So he dresses up as John Wick Sunday. This is what he's been growing his hair out for, is to dress up for Halloween. John Wick. We see it happen. It's crazy. It's all the hype. I'm excited. He had a picture with his dog. It was doing the most. But then come out, I think it was yesterday, if not Tuesday, that he tests positive for COVID. And we all think that Mr. Rodgers had the vaccine. So you usually under the NFL protocols for COVID, if you have the vaccine, you have to just test negative twice within 24 hours, unless you're asymptomatic, and you're good to go. So he could have been playing this Sunday. Well, come to find out, Mr. Rodgers has not taken the vaccine, and in fact has stated that he basically what he told the press. Someone found an old tweet, I guess back in July or something during training camp. He said that he was immunized and asked if he had been vaccinated, and come to find out, he said that he was immunized, which people misunderstood or were taken by or misled by thinking that meant he was vaccinated, and he in fact isn't. So he's out for this week. Supposedly the Packers are bringing in Blake Bortles to possibly be a backup, or because they'll need a little extra help. My hope is that if he isn't vaccinated and he has to wait the whole 10 days and possibly can't get some negative tests going, that maybe he'll miss the Seahawks game come week 10, which would be amazing for my Seahawks. But, since we got everybody, what are your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers? Do you think he tried to fool the NFL? Do you think the Packers, as well as him, should be fined for not, basically breaking protocol?
Without a doubt. Everybody must adhere to policies and rules. We may not like the rules and policies, just like at our 3 occupations, what we do for a living. May not like all the rules, but you gotta abide by them if you want to get paid. You know what I'm saying? What sucks is I know personally me, I lost a lot of respect for Aaron Rodgers. I thought highly of the dude. I thought he was a high character person. But for you to just simply lie, what does a grown man have to just lie about something as stupid as a vaccine? Just say you're not vaccinated and keep it moving. I don't know if he was just anticipating the backlash or the slander he was gonna get, but it is what it is. Just tell the truth, and I absolutely believe he should be held accountable, as well as the whole Green Bay Packer organization, because you guys knew what was going on too. So now the NFL has all rights to say, hey, let me see that camera footage, let me see those tapes, because now they're gonna make it bad for all other 31 teams in the league. You guys know this. One bad apple spoils the whole bunch. So it's gonna and it sucks because everybody that was doing what they're supposed to be doing now has to get even stricter rules put on them, and it just sucks because but the NFL has to make an example out of somebody, and this is a huge name. So yeah, hell yeah, I think he should be held accountable for sure.
And shout out to Heather. She said he was taking natural herbs and some moon dust. little sprinkles of healthy stuff that apparently he was trying to take some other items that he was trying to petition the NFL to, basically wave off as being, a vaccination, which they didn't approve.
And an immunization?
Yeah, for the immunization. Now, what also is funny is that, if you're not required to be vaxxed to play in the NFL. However, if you're not vaxxed, there's certain protocols. You have to be masked up, like all throughout the practice facility, throughout your interviews, press conferences. He wasn't doing none of that. People, media, whomever, all say that they had never seen him being masked up except for maybe on the sidelines of a game. And so it goes to say, like, well, he knew he wasn't vaxxed, but he's going at it like he's already vaxxed. So he definitely, I think, has some consequences coming to him. Now, if the Packers were required to have something from him that says he was vaxxed, and then they knew he wasn't, but he was acting like he was, and I think, yeah, the Packers should, as a group, as a team, should also get fined. But if they really didn't know, and I don't see how they wouldn't if they require to get the vaccination card, unless, hey, maybe Aaron's got one of those good, those good fakes that are floating around. So I think Mo, you froze again.
Of course I did. So ridiculous. You had froze for a second. Guru had froze for a second, but I freeze.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll keep it going though. It's all good.
It's me.
Mo, any thoughts on Aaron Rodgers? And plus, the other thing too is that as being unvaxxed for team protocols, you're supposed to not gather within more than 3 players. So, was the Halloween party where we saw him and Mercedes Lewis? Did they include a third or more Packer there at the party? Because if so, that's a violation as well. We don't know what's happening. We don't know how many people have been affected by him, or if there's going to be some more COVID outbreak on the Packers team.
Yeah, you don't know. Very negligent and selfish.
He finessed the NFL.
He totally finessed them by saying he had an immunization. Yeah, he totally finessed them. He lied,
And then he told the media, like Mel alluded to earlier, when he said he got
immunizations,
yeah. And then he said, for those that aren't vaccinated, I'm not gonna judge them either. When the whole time you weren't even.
Yeah, he totally finessed them. Finessed all of them.
And what's crazy is if he wouldn't have caught COVID and tested positive, we all wouldn't know, and this could have continued on to become even more of an issue.
Which is even more scarier and dangerous, because he could have been an outbreak. He could have given an outbreak to the rest of the team. And see, I had Green Bay on my list to go to the Super Bowl this season. I honestly predicate that they will go out of the AFC to go to the Super Bowl.
The NFC?
I mean, the NFC to go to the Super Bowl. And it's just like, what happens now?
Who knows?
I was on a roll.
Man.
Y'all was on a super roll. And y'all would have kept going on a roll after the bye week against the Seahawks. That would have even continued the roll.
Listen, I would have loved that. If we get Russell and Chris Carson back for week 10 and there's no Aaron Rodgers to have to go against while in Green Bay, that would be like a dreams come true. Like, what better way can I work on that? Listen, I don't want to wish sickness on anybody, but if Aaron were to have a slight fever for a little longer than usual, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it.
They're saying up to 10 days. You never know.
Apparently, from what my mom said, is that the 10th day is like the day before the game. So or the day before, I don't know, maybe it's Friday or Saturday. So if he were to test negative by that time, he could possibly play, but potentially could also miss that week too. So yeah, I and all Seahawks fans will keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah, you better.
And now to some. I know, right?
To Gru's point, they need to be fine. The team needs to be fine. All that good stuff. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
They really do. They really do. They really do. Let's move forward to the local story that hit all across the world. It wasn't bad enough that the Raiders lost their head coach this year, but as on Monday night, early Tuesday morning, Raiders wide receiver Henry Ruggs III got into a deadly car accident. DUI. which ended in the result of a death by the other car. A young lady who was 23 passed away, as well as her dog was also in the car that engulfed in flames. And yesterday, the details of this happened. All we knew was that a possible DUI, Henry Ruggs got into a car accident and that there was a death. We didn't know much more than that. As of yesterday, we find out that his Corvette was traveling at 156 miles per hour. At time of impact, it was like 124 miles per hour. His blood alcohol level was 0.61, which we all know the legal limit is 0.08. So he was double the blood alcohol level. Plus, he didn't do a breathalyzer on the scene. You know, most people realize and kind of get with the smarts that I can deny the breathalyzer and take a blood test when I get to booking, which he did. So 2 hours later, after the incident, he tests with a 0.161 blood alcohol level. And then basically is released from the Raiders with less than 24 hours from the accident. He was in CCDC in booking and into detention yesterday. He got out today on a $150,000 bail. He had his first hearing yesterday morning. He showed up in a neck. What do you call those? Neck
brace and a wheelchair.
Neck brace and a wheelchair. And his girlfriend, who was in the passenger seat of his car, is still, from what I know, at the hospital with some serious injuries. Now they both have a young daughter together. Of course, there's the life and the family of the person who died in the accident, who was apparently hanging out with a girlfriend that night, had just dropped her girlfriend off, was only about a block or two away from home, and this happens.
So
I mean,
sad. Damn.
It's terribly sad. And of course, first and foremost, I think we all, our prayers go out to the family that whose daughter passed away, whose friend passed away. Me, I was thinking of a poor dog in that car as well too, that, life was lost. And then, the Raiders, like Derek Carr and the coach, had a press conference yesterday and kind of discussed a little bit about it. We heard from Derek Carr and that he's, praying for Henry Ruggs, and he hopes that he can find solitude. I mean, here's what people don't realize too. Yes, he made a poor decision, a very, very, very bad decision. But I can tell you this, I've probably been older than him and made some bad decisions myself, which didn't result in something this bad, but we're similar in nature, in that maybe I shouldn't have been drinking while driving, or maybe you shouldn't have been doing this while that. Unfortunately for him, he had the worst consequence, the worst result from having this, mishap and for having this wrong decision. Could somebody have taken his keys? Yeah, maybe. Could she have told him don't drive? Yeah. Could he have gotten an Uber? We all know Uber and Lyft offer these rides for the NFL. The NFL encourages their players to do so. But we also realize this guy is 22 years old. And I think we all know from our mistakes that we've made. All of us have made a mistake. Those of you watching, listening, we've all made a mistake at some point in our lives. Thanks. And for you to, I guess, maybe just judge him off that. But here's the deal. You don't just get caught in your first time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, usually you get caught because something happened, but I'm sure he's done it before. I'm sure he might have done it in Alabama. I'm sure he might have done it somewhere else. You could have been out here before. But yes, it's in Vegas. It's a 24-hour city. He supposedly was at Topgolf until midnight. Could have been at a strip club possibly, or another bar afterwards. It's just unfortunate. Let me see what Heather's talking about. The witness statement that tried to pull her from the car is on. Oh, God, I couldn't imagine. Recalling her screams as the car went up in flames. Oh, there's been videos that have been released from neighbors in that area that were shooting the scene as it happened. I mean, you see Ruggs, on the side of the curb. You can see the flames from the car. Me and Mo just saw a new one today that showed actually the car hitting the other car and the speed they were going. Wow. It's wild. And again, our prayers to everybody, including their daughter. I mean, can you imagine your mom was in the hospital and your dad was in jail? And now he has a sensor monitor, I'm guessing, because he had to, turn in his passport. I'm surprised he's out on bail, to be honest. But,
Right.
It affects the family. He's no longer employed. Will he ever be employed again? Who knows? He may be in jail for the But they say 2 to 20 years.
Yeah. It's wild. I mean, getting the news of something like that is just always very devastating. As a person, you never want to be on the end of either phone call. You don't want to be on the call that you lost a loved one. You don't want to be on the call that someone's been in your family been arrested for DUI that has caused some harm to somebody. You definitely don't want to be drunk where you wake up the next day. You know how you drunk the night before, people tell you what you did following day and you don't realize you did what you did. You definitely don't want to be on the end of being told that you killed somebody the night before, coming out of drunken stupor. Yes, everybody's pissed off. Yes, everybody is going off saying that he's reckless and irresponsible. It was a reckless and irresponsible act. However, we have all been in a situation of a reckless and irresponsible act. And by the grace of God, our ticket didn't get punched that we caused death.
Right.
I can tell you personally, firsthand, I have had a DUI. It is no fun. Literally around the corner from my house going home. Should not have been driving. And I have learned from going to victim impact classes and hearing from victims' family members of their stories of people losing their lives in this city to people drinking and driving, that was the wake-up call that I needed. It was a wake-up call for me when I got arrested. It was a wake-up call for me paying that huge fine that you pay. It was a wake-up call for all of that I, being in my mature age now, plot out my night knowing that Uber and Lyft are my best friends. I mean, I Uber and Lyft anyway. So I'm Uber and Lyfting everywhere. And people are saying, well, he had the resources. I mean, people in the city have the resources and still don't use it. There's people I countless see go to bars to watch Thursday night football. They're sitting there right now as we're talking, having drinks and probably going to walk to their car and get in the car and drive home, even if it's around the corner or not, and feeling
they are
not faded. You know, you're not thinking clearly when you're faded. You have beer goggles on. You think that woman or man is fine in a corner. You wake up the next day and he's not. So you always are in a lapse of judgment doing that. And not for nothing, I feel terrible. I mean, I felt like hearing that was just me playing that over my head helped me numb as a Raiders fan, numb as a person who's grown up in this city and seen countless DUI. People I know personally who have lost their lives to DUI, myself experiencing it. It just sends you into a place because you don't know how that is an effect of everyone involved. It's not an intentional thing. He should not have been driving. He should not have been pounding shots like that much. But he did. Just like everybody else does. Y'all show up to house parties bringing a bottle to somebody. You don't know if that person in the party drinks that whole bottle and gets in their car. You don't know what they're going to do. You know, and people have to literally understand that this is a serious problem throughout the country, throughout the city. This is something that happens continuously and does not stop. If anything, there should be a huge cautionary tale to anyone about the dangers of drinking and driving. You're saying he has the resources. People have the resources too, and
it's not even about the resources. That's
and you still have $1,000 phone on. You still have $1,000 phone in your hand. If you don't want to do Uber or Lyft, you call somebody. You're not thinking. You're not doing any of that. Your inhibitions are so lowered that you have the ego and the confidence to think that you can get behind the wheel and make it home. You have told yourself that. It is not a rational telling of yourself. Let's be clear, but it is one of those things that people do on a constant basis, and I don't know when they're going to learn. But this has to be the reckoning right now of a cautionary tale to know his future is done. Like he literally has a family that he was providing for. This woman literally had a friends and family that she was going home to and a dog that everybody's life is ruined in this. Know that. And that's why I say you don't want to be on either side of the phone call. You don't want to be on the phone call knowing that someone is in jail because they did this X, Y, and Z. You don't want to be on the other side of the phone call saying so-and-so died because X, Y, and Z. It is bad all the way around. And I think as a society, people have lost their sense of empathy to situations on both sides. And that's all I can do is empathize. I am no one's judge. And we are all guilty of making bad choices. All of us. Life is about choices. And we've all been guilty. Same speech I'm giving is the same people that go to house parties, go to bars. They may have had one or two drinks. It does not matter. You can have 2 drinks, drive to your house, somebody rear into you. Cops still come and ask, where you coming from? How many drinks did you have?
Right.
May not test to the DUI roof, but you're still in a precarious situation where you have to answer those questions. So why are you not being responsible? Why are you not in the house where your spouse is saying, oh, well, I'll come pick you up at the bar. I know it's right around the corner, but I'll drop you off and I'll pick you up. Those are the things you have to do. And especially to your point, Mel, when you're young, you're not thinking those things. You're fresh out of college. Your college drinking is irresponsibly. You're drinking young irresponsibly. I probably told Ruggs that they take his keys and do kind of crazy. There's people I've told I'll take your keys and they'd be like, "F you, I'm not giving you my keys. F you, you're not touching my
You can't.
car.
It's like
No,
I'm
you
not
can't
gonna
drive
fight
me
you
home. You
for
can't
it.
tell
So
me what to
yeah,
do. I'm
that's
gonna do
it.
what I'm gonna do. You know, you're not calling me. I'm not getting it. You know, you have belligerency too with that. So it's an awful situation that I wish nothing on. And not for nothing, at 3 a.m. on that street, the lights are all green. I can tell you that right now, just from knowing they're green. And I can also tell you, if you're driving a sports car, everybody's like, well, how can you do 150? A vet goes from 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds. A vet drives 0 to 120 in 11.3 seconds. It takes off like a rocket and it idles and it keeps going. So it's not an impossible feat. If you were behind the wheel of that car, you could do the same thing in a mad dash, sober or drunk. And I've seen people
And
do it
again,
sober.
I'm
and
sure it's happened before. I'm sure he's done it before. You didn't just do it. This wasn't his first time. And unfortunately, that's the thing, is that these people, there's so many people out here that are throwing rocks from a glass house. Yeah. Like, you've done most of this stuff yourself. Yes, you didn't have the ending result.
I remember driving a family member's vet, and how many times people next to me pull up beside me and want to race me in the middle of the daytime.
Y'all know it's
crazy.
They
want to test me in a vet. No, don't try me. I'm not even going to go there. For one, it's not my car. I don't want that smoke. Secondly, you know what it can do. And you don't need to be testing me in your little Honda next to me. But they'll do that. So it's just crazy, that the rationale of people. It's still crazy that this is not going to be the first or the last time in this city that we will see a DUI incident, sadly.
Unfortunately.
That may result in death, sadly.
I just think that the Raiders organization is.
I love how my screen is frozen to my drink.
That drink look good. Thirst quench.
Dr. Pepper, baby.
Go ahead, Guru. What you got to say?
I said, it's crazy how the Raiders organization is just getting so much trials and tribulations in the season.
Yes.
It's like, it's crazy. Like, God is testing the Raiders organization. I don't know why. I don't know if he's mad at Mark Davis. I don't know what's going on, but it's crazy. But I really, really liked what Derek Carr said. That's what you call being a leader. You never want to kick a man while he's down. And like y'all said earlier, ladies, all of us as human beings have made irresponsible choices. For me, I don't drink personally, but that doesn't take away the fact that I can't sympathize with somebody that is going through this. I can easily say, well, I don't drink, so I don't know. But like y'all said, either prayers need to go to both sides of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Ruggs, like Carr said, he needs somebody to love him right now. You can deal with why did you do this? Well, why would you do that later? But right now, mentally, I'm pretty sure that young man is just, it's the load is heavy on him, and he needs prayer. He needs, like, your grandmother's prayer. He needs that real prayer. You know what I'm saying? And he just needs love, and I'm pretty sure his family is there for him. You don't need any judgment right now. For the young lady and her dog that lost their lives in that car, so sad and unfortunate. You like Stephen A. Smith said, you don't anticipate that. You don't. When you get on the road, you
don't know how your night's gonna plan out. You plan a whole night of having. You did not expect that to happen. I didn't expect my outcome to happen for my night. Right. You don't expect none of those outcomes. Like I said, by the grace of God, a lot of us have very close calls in this situation, and luckily we made it out with a different mental clarity, and we didn't get our ticket punched on killing somebody, because that could have been me easily.
But y'all
Most
know what,
definitely.
ladies?
Yeah.
Y'all know what, though? The young lady is dead and deceased, as sad as that is, but Ruggs will never be the same ever again.
No.
Like,
oh, no.
She's gone. And the family will never be the same. No, neither family will ever be the same. This is the most horrific cautionary tale I've ever heard in my life of drunk driving.
A piece of that young man died, too. So,
yeah.
Because he'll never be the same mentally ever. Because I can imagine that trauma that he experienced, knowing the fact that not only did I get into a bad accident, my career's over, possibly, but I took somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? So this is crazy. I really
And the
pray
circumstances behind it, in a ball of fire. Wasn't like a crash. The car set ablaze, and a woman died in the car while ablaze. Like it's layer on top of layer. It's the most heinous, unreal thing. You think it would be a movie of some sort, but it's not. This is the reality.
Let me
And he is in a nightmare. He is in a nightmare. That's whole family. All the families are in nightmares right now.
Let me ask y'all this. So when we got the news, the rest of the country, I know y'all get like, more in-depth news because it's local. But when we got the news and they said that what happened, I knew that they were going to release him immediately. But did he get into the accident on the busy street out there? Like, where was that at specific? No?
I mean, it's a busy street, but not at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, 3:40 in the morning is light. I mean, you saw the cars kind of driving by, but going south on Rainbow. But it's one of those tricky nights that it's either you're getting off of a graveyard shift, late shift, or you're coming from a friend's house, and it's one of those things that, that street is not a busy street. That's why I said when it's late like that, the light is all green going north or south. There's not enough cars for the system to change its timing.
They're not timed. They're literally they're censored at that point. Where it's only turning a different color when the opposing traffic's
if opposite traffic's coming. If there's no opposite traffic, you can gun it down there. And to Mel and your point before, he's probably done it many times, and this was the wake up call to not do it. And in a bad way of a wake up call, serious way. And like I said, that area particularly has had numerous accidents in that vicinity. Some have been DUI related in death. This is not the first time. It has been one of those areas on that side of town that is notorious for having those type of situations happen before. So very familiar with that intersection.
Well, and we have to realize too is that how many of our friends or your friends or anybody out there has said, "Man, I was so drunk last night, I blacked out. I woke up, didn't know who drove my car home. Oh, it was me. What?" So we don't even know that he even made a conscious choice to drive. He very well could have blacked out and just going with the flow of his usual routine. We don't know. I mean, everybody's probably had. If anyone drinks out there or has drank, they have probably
excessively drinks
have probably blacked out once or twice in their life and can realize that there's at some point where everything turns off, but you're still able to function. So whether he was out there driving, we don't know what happened. But the thing is that it's like all these people attacking him right now. And what good does that do? Right. All we can just is hopefully pray for the family. It's a terrible situation. Somebody lost their daughter. Somebody lost a sister, a dog. I mean, everything is just...
And then they said recently that the NFLPA canceled that program of driving players home back in 2019. It ended due to the Uber and Lyft thing. So they didn't have that program implemented in place of the number for him to call. The team might have, but the league does not, just so you know.
But of course, there is Uber, there is Lyft. And of course, we all know that now. Maybe it wasn't as, significant, 4, 5, 7 years ago. But it is now, and the fact that some people still aren't using it. I mean,
and they still don't use it. They still don't use it.
We all have friends that still be driving around after the bar and not.
You still pulling up into the bar and still thinking you can drive home after drinking. You still don't use it. So what's it going to take? You know what I mean? See, hopefully, in Canada, it's totally different. They have police cars parked outside their bars. As soon as you walk out the bar and you look like the attempt, they're pulling you over and they're stopping you right then and there.
Wow.
They don't do that out here. They take DUI very seriously in the country of Canada, and I've been told from Canadians that that's what they do. They will set you up. If you're going in a bar and you come out with your keys in hand and it looks like you're going to your car, they will stop you immediately. Like, what are you doing?
Fun fact, also, you can't even drive across the border to Canada if you have a DUI.
You sure can't.
On your record.
That's how strict it is. Yeah. So I mean, we've had so much leniency, even in sentencing, for his thing, and everybody thinks he'll get the max. Sometimes, sadly, people have killed people in DUIs and get as much as 8 years, and then probation. Right. I don't know what it's going to look like. They still out there. Then you have people that had the multiple DUIs still driving.
Man,
it's crazy.
So he may be a stiffer penalty case, and he'll be the first that I've seen in a long time. But there are people that are still out there wilding, and at that point, to me, it's like you got a problem.
It's crazy. Soon as that happened, we a couple coworkers and I were talking about it at work. they were like, man, this is Vegas, and they don't play about that shit out there. So it's crazy.
Listen.
You know?
They don't.
And that's what also makes it
responsible.
as a driver in Vegas, you don't even know what these people are doing around you when you're headed home from somewhere and you haven't drank it all. Like I know for me, when I'm heading home some days, I'm like, that car's swerving pretty bad. Let me get away. Let me back off a little bit because ain't no telling. Ain't no telling.
Yeah. As I said, people still continuously do this, and what's it going to take? This is a lot. This is a lesson, cautionary tale for everybody in the city to have a wake up call on this one, because it's just absolutely ridiculous. Like, and the attitude of it will never happen to me. Don't say that, because you never know. You never know. That could have happened to anybody.
I don't know if y'all had this, but here a few years ago, like the way, because here in Tampa, like, they were reconstructing a lot of our freeways. We got two major highways here, 275 and I-4. Well, I-4 is like, you can take that to go to Orlando. It's like an hour east. But anyway, so a lot of people, when they were reconstructing the highways, a lot of drunk drivers were getting on the wrong side of the highway, and like it was killing a lot of people. Did y'all have that, people getting on the wrong side of the road?
Oh, yes.
We do, and I still don't get how they be getting on the wrong
side. And they do, and they cause fatalities, you know, and sometimes they're not DUI related, and sometimes they're just driving late related, and sometimes fatigue
or
driving
age, the age of the driver sometimes
fatigue driving. If you're super sleepy and you're getting off of a late graveyard shift and you're trying to drive, fatigue driving is just as serious. And that's what I'm saying, in this city, just never know. But I don't ever want people to think because it's Vegas and people are saying that's why you can't have a pro team here. That's BS, because there's pro teams in all cities that have similar situations, if not even more heinous situations. We've had heinous situations happen in other cities to NFL players, murder charges, rape, all kinds of things. And this is just another one for the books. And sadly, being a Raiders fan, it's just like, when is this going to be over? To your point, Guru, how much can we take? Because we're on such a roll. 5-2. We go on a bye week and still stay number one in our AFC West division. And now it's like one of our number one draft picks, first round draft picks, top wide receiver is out. And then because of the incident, we can't scramble a trade to pick up another wide receiver like D Jackson or anybody else, OBJ or anybody else out there to kind of replace him, because we're putting out, and excuse my pun, fires on this situation. Like, they had no time to do anything on that. It's just a total, that Tuesday was a terrible Tuesday for me. I'll tell you that much. That was the worst Tuesday. Like I said, I felt like, you know, you don't ever want to be on the end of either of those phone calls like that. And you don't want to ever.
And now you got a cross country journey to New York for this Sunday.
Yeah. Like, and how do our guys mentally prepare for that? How, if someone posted on Twitter a picture of the locker between Hunter Renfrow and Moreau with no rugs right there. They took his nameplate, everything, just an empty locker. So these players have to go back when we have our home game coming back in this locker room and see the empty locker that separates the two other wide receivers we have. It's mentally, physically, it's going to be taxing for them. I mean, it's going to be hard. But it's like you got to compartmentalize and go out there and play.
The DA out here did mention that this could go out until January or February or something. So I can think that at least, hopefully, the team for now, I don't mean to make this about football when it's, you know, definitely more significant, but that the team itself doesn't necessarily have to worry about, you know, let's say him getting some kind of crazy sentence in the middle of the season. Now they're all worried about that. At least some of this will be taking part, hopefully, towards after the season. Yeah. But thoughts and prayers again to the young
both families.
In both families, to everyone
Tina's
involved.
family,
I mean, it's
Ruggs
just
family, everyone. This is not good, and this is also triggering to family members that have to relive a scenario that they've had in their own personal lives of this happening.
Most definitely,
it opens a wound for them too. So prayers for them as well. It's a very serious thing. I need people to really smarten up, and I really need people to crowd out the course. You can schedule your Uber ride. You can schedule it. You can say, you know, I'm in the midst of drinking. Let me just schedule one real quick. And if it pops up on my phone, it's here. I can go out and get in or cancel, reschedule something. You have the tools to do it. You just
and like we've talked about before, it's like, yeah, the Lyft and Uber prices have gone up, but that's in no way comparison to what the fines are for getting a
$3,000. $3,000.
And that's at the minimum, probably. Like, you got to deal with court fees, attorney fees, anything.
Listen. $30 ride is way better, or $50 to And guess what? Uber's so dope. If you don't have the money, they still front you the ride.
For
So
real?
there's really no excuse. Yes.
I
But
didn't know
listen,
that.
though, we
Yes.
also are in Vegas, and if you
True.
can't drive, take that $1,500 and get you a night, get you a whole room for the
Get
night.
you a
Like
room for the night. Something.
most likely, you drinking somewhere near the strip. There's 1,000 hotels. Just go get you one.
Hotels Tonight app. It's a charmer. Pull up that Hotels Tonight. Which room is the cheapest? Get near your vicinity. Go in there, put that card down, and get you a room.
Oh
Easy.
my God.
It's easy, but no one's thinking. No one's thinking that. Those are plans
But
of
that's the
attacks
thing
you
is
have
that
to
you
make.
don't think about it when this has already gone on.
Exactly.
You know,
That's what I'm saying. You
10
have to plan
shots in,
this
you're
plan.
not thinking about it. You're just
You
like,
have to plan
I'm
this
good.
attack when you are getting ready to leave the house. This is your plan of attack. This is your plan A, your plan B, and plan C before you leave the house, not during the party. Because once you take that first stick of that brown, your inhibitions is already a wrap. Your decision making is already a wrap. You already, it's time. You already on demon time after 1 a.m. anyway. They say nothing good happens after 3 a.m.
Yeah.
They are right. Nothing good
Yeah,
happens after 1
especially in
a.m. They are
Vegas.
right. If you know you're going to be out late, you need to plan accordingly before you leave the house what your demon time activity and how you're going to move for it is going to look like. Like you really do.
Hey, ladies, let me ask y'all a question. What time does Club Driz close?
2
Or
o'clock
They
in the
don't.
morning. They don't. Well, which
No,
one?
the
Then they
club
got
is
after
open
hours.
till like 4, and then the after hours is open till after the sun is
8
up.
in the morning. So
8 in the
imagine those
morning.
people that have been partying since 8 in the morning and get in their cars and drive home.
With the
You got
traffic
that
of
too.
everybody going to work.
You have that too. It's dangerous and it's irresponsible. And people just think they're invincible with that brown or whatever they drink and think it's not going to happen to them. When they need to know that, step back for a second. It could happen to you. It could happen to your loved one. You could get that phone call in the morning saying so and so, this is what happened. You just don't know. You know, our ticket's just not punched like his. It's bad. It's really bad. I empathize, and I have to shout out one of the members of the Raiders group because she put out a thing of empathy. Seems like Derek Carr, who's always been a Christian person, he's always led with his heart before anything, and that's what we loved about Carr. What he said about loving Ruggs, his family, and everything else, and loving Gruden but hating the sin and that kind of thing. She said if everyone has the Ruggs jersey, maybe turn it into hugs on the back to make sure you offer prayer and hugs to him and Tina's family.
Yeah.
You had gotten me a Ruggs hoodie. I'm not going to get rid of it. Through the suggestion of my mom. My mom's like, you need to pray with it. Pray with his family and pray for Tina and keep that as a constant reminder of his situation. And before you make any type of crazy decisions, look at that hoodie and know that that could be anybody in your group or you or anything before you go out there and try to be and attempt to make bad choices and be reckless. So keep that in
Very
mind.
good. That's very powerful. Yes.
Yeah, you just have to. I mean, no one expected this. He didn't even expect this. And I need people to stop throwing stones when they know good and well they drive to that bar. Y'all at Parkway Tavern right now. Y'all at Sugar Daddies or wherever these other places right now. Having the sips and stuff, about to get in your car. Like
at the
think
brewery,
about that.
you know, have another beer.
Think about it. Have another beer. Think about it.
Yeah.
Just because
you clubs, all that.
Right. It's like, you know, you could be thinking you're talking normal, but to us sober folks, you're probably slurring your words. That's how the mind works with that. So
let's move on a little bit. I know we definitely wanted to get some of that off of our chest. But there is a little more NFL news. This one shook me to my core because as an NFC West, this Von Miller acquisition by the Rams, though, come on.
Go legend.
So, trade deadline was on Tuesday. There wasn't a whole lot happening, but this one right here has sent the Rams to have the big three in defense. And they already got Jalen Ramsey, I think last year before, Aaron Donald, of course. But thank God Seattle already played them once. We only have to play them one more time. But we've got to deal with them, the Cardinals, depending on which Niners team you face, who knows. But the NFC West, I mean, you've got to admit it. Like, this has got to be like the most elite division in the
I love how my face keeps changing and freezing. I love it.
No doubt. Y'all division, the NFC West, is something serious. I know I personally got a gripe with the Rams because they gave us our first L of the season, and I want a rematch. you know, you definitely gotta respect what they did. It was a move. You know, players like Vaughn don't come available every day.
No.
He's a Hall of Famer. And you know, let's see, but it's gonna take time for them to build chemistry on that defense. You know, if y'all think, meaning the audience, if y'all think that this defense is gonna be like the LOB, you sadly mistaken, because that defenses like that only come like once every 5-10 years. Like LOB will
Right.
never see that again for a long time. But I feel like it can work. They did need a pass rusher, somebody to help Aaron Donald. So we'll see how it works, but they have to build chemistry. But, you know, but the Rams, I hate the Rams. They gave us our first L. So, but I mean, we'll see what happens. But, you know, y'all have to get chemistry first, so.
Yeah.
I mean, like to your point, I hope Chris Carson comes back. I have him on my fantasy. I'm keeping him on my IR. I'm hoping he comes back for y'all in weeks to come.
Well, yeah.
I hope this is a turnabout for all of y'all.
I mean, this is going to be a turnaround. I mean, you know, things are happening, moves are being made. But, you know, just to go back to Guru's point, you said that they gave you your first loss. Can we talk about this weekend's second loss? Because
yes, with my Saints. Who that?
You guys thought you was on this roller coaster and you was just never going to get another one. And then Jameis Winston's out, and Jameis Winston-less Saints has put you guys under. Where was Tom? Tom didn't look like Tom on Sunday.
Well, as y'all know, I'm a diehard Buck, but I'm gonna eject the Buck first. You know, I hold my team accountable, and plus, I'm a fan of football first. So, we played like you know what. We came in the game underestimating the Saints.
Their defense.
1,000%. That Saturday, like I said, I hold my team accountable. That Saturday, I tweeted and I put on Facebook, this is no ice cream date in the park. So I hope y'all don't think that we're just going to go to New Orleans and just roll them over, because that's not going to happen. That defense has, like, all 11 of those guys are dogs, from Cam Jordan on down. So, offense, you know, that's where the opportunity of growth is. But at the same time, they did what they had to do to get the win. As far as holding us accountable, like I said, we just played. The penalties is just ridiculous. You know, from like, what are you guys doing? You know, from Will Ghostin, like, you know, the guys already had the ball thrown and you pushed him. Like, what the heck is that, man? Like, I don't understand. Little small stupid stuff like that will set you back, and people don't understand. Small mistakes adds up into a big loss, and that's what happened. You know, I put at the end of the game, we deserved to lose that game. We did not show up, and for that last throw, the interception at the end of the game, right after the damn pick six. Tom, he said he thought Chris was going to cross the DB's face. Cut in front of him. But it was obviously a miscommunication between him and Chris. But if y'all notice, that whole game, he kept forcing it to Chris. And, you know, you keep forcing it, going back to that wishing well, you're going to, you know. So that's what happened. Hopefully, you know, we take this time. We got a bye week to regroup, get back together, and then get ready for Washington.
Let me ask you something, Guru. You are a Bucs fan, and I have to ask this, and I've been meaning to ask you this. Yeah. So the 600th ball, what would have been your negotiations? Because I feel like the guy had leverage, and he didn't. I'm still tight about his decision making on that. You're talking about bad decisions. That was a bad offer, okay, that he accepted. What would you have asked for if you had that Brady 600 TD ball?
Well, first and foremost, Mo, I wouldn't have gave the ball back.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's for starters. You feel me?
Thank you.
And that the section that Mike gave the fan the ball, I was like one couple sections over for him. That's on our home side. I'm right over there. Like, the guys when they come out the tunnel, I'm like this. I can touch somebody. That's how close I am. Anyways, yeah. So number one, I want to get the ball back. Two,
Thank you.
If I had to, this will be the negotiation for the terms of my deal. I would have had lifetime tickets.
Thank you.
Club seats.
Thank you.
And a plus one. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay. And I'm going to retain the football. You can have that one. But give me one, a duplicate. And I want 2 signed jerseys. I want a row and a home. And for last but not least, give me a replica of, it don't have to be a real ring, something. I need something because this is a 600 ball.
First of all, the ball's probably worth $1 million now if he had kept it. Let's be real. I'm asking Tom Brady to come over to my house with a personal check. You understand what I'm saying? And bring Giselle too.
They said
We're having
that
dinner.
day, Mo, they said that day that Sunday, the ball was worth $500,000.
Okay,
day.
off the rip. So basically, I would have walked out of that stadium with a pregnant belly shaped like a football, and your people get in touch with my people within 6 months. Like, we're not talking.
Here's my card. I'll talk to you.
Yes, I'll call you when I'm ready. No, you're not getting that ball back. And it sounds like a you problem when Mike Evans gave up the ball. Like, you better figure it out. I'd be like, I don't know what to tell you. He legitimately gave me the ball. Take me to jail.
And I'm going to need VIP parking in the tunnel while the players park.
Yes.
For the lifetime.
I forgot about that.
Like, you're going to be seeing me in the tunnel in my fashion. And
yeah, because
you're not going to
give me what you're not going to do is give me a Bitcoin and $1,000 gift certificate to merch and season tickets for half a season and the next season. That's what you're not going to do.
I can buy my own damn jersey. I can buy my own
and a couple signed jerseys. I mean, that goes without saying, but I'm getting lifeline tickets too. I'm flying on the plane. Yeah. I'm going to be the most annoying person. You have the most highest leverage in your life. And
Tom wants that ball. He's not getting 700, so he gonna need this 600 ball.
No, I need the cool Millie to be personally delivered in the form of a cashier's check by him personally. He come over for dinner. We talk about this. I need all of that because I'm gonna have to get my money.
Bring the Giselle and the kids over. We're barbecuing. Like, what are we
having
doing?
A few friends over? You staying? We family now. Like, you about to bless me with this check and you get your ball. Like, how about that? Like, no way. And even Tom said that, the man had the upper hand. He just kind of he didn't really play hardball, did he? I feel like, geez.
He doesn't have good negotiation skills. I'm guessing if he is married, she got the pants in the household because there was no negotiation skills.
And I had to ask, just as you being a fan, I had to ask that question because I just needed to know, as a Bucs fan, what would you have wanted?
Get it?
Because I know what I would have wanted as a Raiders fan.
I love that answer too. A lifetime club seats is what I need.
Will to generation after generation. It don't just die with me. It goes to the next person. I'm making sure everybody.
And I'm gonna need a home and away jersey every season because them players change. So if it's lifetime, I need lifetime jerseys. Like every season, we re-upping.
Yeah. Mel, I'll do you one better. I want my name on the back, and it better be stitched.
Yes. I want Mitchell and Ness OG original name on the back. I got you.
Field jerseys. I want that on the field jersey is what I'm talking about.
Listen. His friends weren't good negotiators. He had no good support staff around him because I'd be like, whoa, time out. We not giving.
But also, what quarter was this when it happened? Because he probably had like 3-4 beers in him. So he you just not thinking. You're not on your game really when it happened.
3rd or 4th.
So I would have left the game early. Sorry, I would have left the game early with the ball. You're not going to get me in the hot traffic. As soon as that ball was given to me, I'm out. Peace out. Y'all find me.
They'll be posting one of those. Do you know this fan? If so, please call the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're looking for them.
Yes, because I'm out. Deuces. I'm not staying no full game with that ball. You think I ain't going to get attacked walking out of there? It's one thing when you catch a fly ball in baseball. Those happen. Yeah. This never happens. Never.
600.
From a Hall of Famer. Like, hell yeah.
I'm so tight about this situation. I just want to find that guy and just be like, what were you thinking? What were you thinking?
That's the point, is they weren't thinking.
Exactly.
They weren't thinking.
They were hyped up.
Oh my gosh. So in other football news, not really. I don't know. I know we got the Colts playing Thursday Night Football now. What's this, Mo? You got a score for us?
Yeah, the Jets are losing.
So to save on time, there's actually We'll post it next Wednesday because the
30 to
Colts.
45. 30 to 45 with 3 minutes. It's
Who
like a
would have
college
thought that
game.
the over was going to happen today, huh?
Right.
Dang.
3 minutes and 22 seconds
and I think
left.
the Jets are now on their third string quarterback too. So
yes, it's all bad over there.
Yeah. But the Colts will be starting the brand new season, first ever of Hard Knocks in season, which is going to be on the 17th of November. So I have a short trailer for that. I'll play that next Wednesday in preparation for the show. Because I'm a Hard Knocks fan. I don't care what the team is. I'm watching it. So I'm definitely ready to watch and see, unfortunately, the Colts. But hey, guess I learned something new about Indiana.
Y'all don't like All or Nothing? I think that was better because they go more in, you know what I'm saying?
When
like,
was All or Nothing?
I never heard of it.
No, are y'all serious?
Yeah. What's that on?
It's on Amazon.
Is it a Tampa only show?
No. Listen.
Oh, is this a college one?
No, they do pro teams. Okay, let me explain. You know how Hard Knocks historically has just did training camp and then to the end of the preseason, right?
Mm-hmm.
So All or Nothing, they do the whole year. So they started in 2015. They did Bruce Arians Cardinals. Then 16 they did the Cowboys. No, excuse me. Who did 16? So I'm forgetting 16. Then 17 they did Dallas because there was a whole controversy of Zeke getting suspended. And then 18 they did the Panthers. And then 18 they did Philly from them winning the Super Bowl the year before. And then 19 they did Carolina. And that was the last
So this is on Amazon.
Amazon original. I'm telling y'all, and then for our people that's watching, y'all go check it out. It's super dope. It's cool. I don't know why they probably didn't do it this past year because of COVID. Because what they'll do is they'll record the season and they'll put it out in the off season. So they'll put it out.
Gotcha. That's so you're not watching it real time.
So you can't, scam no plays or no.
Right. Yeah.
Makes sense.
It's dope though. It's really, really good.
I'll have to check it out. Okay.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that one. We'll have to look into that one. But into some NBA because I just saw today that LeBron is out for possibly a week with an abdominal strain.
Yeah.
These Lakers, these aged Lakers, like I'm just, I'm wondering, is it more like load management and you're just making up an excuse to make it look legit, or what's up with the Lakers, Mo?
We knew. Did we not say this? Did I tell you they were slip and fall away from an injury? Like, did I tell you that this was going to be LeBron and friends the tour? I mean, they're playing the Thunder right now, which is a G League team, honestly, that they gave their first win to. And they're playing them again this time at home. And the score is, they're only up by them from 16 points. And by 16 points. So we've got a long road ahead of us against all these young Tito's on these different teams. I mean, you have to be realistic at what this looks like for the Lakers. We have literally no young shooters except maybe, what's his name?
What's the TNT?
THT or what's the other guy? None. Yeah. And they're barely performing because you've got egos and ball hogs on the court. So it's just going to be one of those things that it's going to be entertaining for everybody to see. Now, right now, I mean, we're faring. I think we're like, 4-3, if that. But when we get to these contention teams, when we start playing the teams like the Utahs, the Dallas, the Phoenix, the Giannis, and we start getting to that, it's going to be tough for these men. It's going to be tough. They played the Rockets the other night, and they're flying off hinges, flying off the doggone the rims and all that stuff, and LeBron's hurt. Okay, you're playing the Houston Rockets. They have no stars. You barely won that game. So come on, let's get real here. You're watching it for the entertainment. I just tell people going forward, watch the Lakers for the entertainment. You want to see LeBron play with some of these legends and Carmelo and stuff? You got it. And not for nothing, Carmelo is actually on fire. He's actually being very effective for the team, doing very well. Russell Westbrook, however, we know he can't shoot threes. We know he plays for minutes, but he wants to get the last shot off. Why? Why do you feel the need to take a three? And then not for nothing, when old boy from OKC stole that ball from you and did that dunk, you want to get mad like an old man and be like, "Oh, that's old. We old school. You don't do that." Boy, you was doing the same thing when you was young. Shut up. Stop it. Now that the shoe is on the other foot and these Tito's getting in your butts, you don't know how to act. Now you wanna complain and cry. No.
Unbelievable.
This is where we're at. You have to understand the league starts with 21 and 22 and 23-year-old players. These are young kids. This is what we're supposed to see. We're not supposed to see y'all out here getting it's embarrassing. It's literally embarrassing, but comedy at the same time. So I just sit back and eat my popcorn and take it for what it is.
Yeah.
Your Bulls, however, are doing amazing. Let's just
listen. Let's go back to, I think it was Monday or Tuesday. They were down by 17 points to the Boston Celtics. Come back to win by 14 points in the matter of one quarter.
The Bulls are my sleep team in the East. Obviously I'm a Magic fan, but the Bulls, they got my dog. The Bulls got my dog Zoe. I like Lonzo.
And DeMar is going off.
DeRozan.
Caruso found a spot. Like Levine got everybody he need. Really, it's just like these guys are
talk about a team collectively putting together players, and they're playing together and they're gelling together. There's no fights on the bench and stuff like that.
Which is something you don't see from the Bulls organization ever.
Right.
So it's like a shocker. It's a huge shocker.
I'm excited for you guys. I really know you guys are definitely playoff contenders. I know this is the time for you guys to go to the playoff. And I just want to see where you guys go with this. And it's exciting to watch on that end. For the Lakers, it's not so much. It's just very comical. Won't be exciting until we get into some good holiday games that they line them up for. And they're still going to get owned. We're still going to be embarrassed. You know, I'm still a Lakers fan, but I'm a realistic Lakers fan. Everybody was excited about this whole movement, and I wasn't, because I knew what it was going to look like. And now you're seeing the catastrophe of what I predicated. You know, this is a mess. It's a mess.
Only gripe I got with the Bulls, they traded for my boy Vooch from the Magic. I miss Vooch so bad.
Vucevic, yeah.
Yeah,
they got a squad over there.
Yeah.
And not for nothing, they doing really well for my fantasy basketball league too. Like I got 3
Hey,
of
listen,
them
and if anybody's down for a road trip, I've already looked into tickets. The Bulls play LA Clippers at Staples Center November 14th. I've never even been to Staples Center because you know how much I hate the Lakers, but I'll go there for a Clippers game. Plus, they're cheaper than the Lakers.
Right.
So I'm about to have a little caravan action to hit LA come November 13th, 14th. So
yeah, that's just next weekend. You better get your tickets. Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. Well, because they play the Lakers out there too. I think that
those tickets are already too expensive.
Yeah, they are. They're ridiculous. And that's another thing. You know, you're paying so much money to go to these Lakers games to watch them. I try to look at them, play them in Utah. It's still expensive. Watch them in Arizona. It's still expensive.
How much
Phoenix. The Phoenix tickets were expensive too. I was like, ooh, never mind.
Yeah.
How much are they running
for the Lakers?
Like the three.
Yeah.
Who? Oh.
Yeah, like the lower bowl. It's like $400. Go up upper. You're looking at $200-$300, just depending. Yeah.
Suns were doing that same thing. The Suns for the Upper Bowl were like at $1 too, and I'm like, what? For the the Clippers game for the Upper Bowl was like $24. There was a couple for $10.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all how much. Let me tell you how much the Magic tickets are. Y'all ready?
23.
$58 on a lower bowl level.
Yeah.
Wow.
Takes nothing to go to Orlando.
Dang, let's go courtside to the Magic game.
Let's do it. Let's fucking go.
Let me know when the Bulls are in town. I'm with it.
For real.
$58. Like, but you know, obviously when the Lakers come through and
prices go up.
Yeah, prices go up.
But for the most part, you know, you can for $100, you balling. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can damn near sit courtside at Amway Arena.
Yeah, $58. That sounds like Golden Knights tickets now.
Right.
That sounds like Golden Knights tickets now.
Speaking of our Golden Knights, we want to get here's the deal. These fans out here, they're not used to being diehard fans. They're not used to having a team for more than X amount of years. They've already gone through it. They lost Fleury. They lost a few others. Like, they're literally, after today's trade, is now, I think, only 70 of the original team that were the misfits from 2017. Because as of today, the Golden Knights went after the Sabres and got Jack Eichel, who basically, I guess, is the shiznit of the NHL, but has been injured. So they gave up Alex Tuck, which fans have gone nuts for. VGK fans are ready to burn jerseys at this point again because they've traded away another one of their misfits. So VGK gets this guy. I actually reached out to Weeks. Shout out to Weeks. He's like my NHL guru, of his own. So I wanted to ask him, I was like, so give me the deets on this guy. Apparently he's amazing, but he's never wanted to be at the Sabres. He gets injured. He's been injured. He's young. He's needed a neck surgery for a while, for almost a year, but he refused to get it because he wanted to get out of the Sabres team. Cut to now. I guess the whole rumor in the AHL was, where is he going? What's happening with him? Who's going to pick him up? Well, today, Vegas made a play for him. Gave up a couple players and some draft picks, but he will basically be getting neck surgery, which is the artificial disc replacement. It's never been done in NHL before, so he is the first player to have this surgery. So we don't even know how well it's going to go. Luckily, he's young, but we don't even know how well he's going to do or when the time frame is for him to be out. Right now, they think maybe 3 to 5 months. So come, late season, come playoff time, playoff push, he should be ready. And if he's ready and everything goes well, like, he is maybe the missing link that we need to win a championship. But he also comes with a $10 million salary cap tag. So there's going to have to be some movement in the team if we're going to keep him beyond this year.
I mean, this franchise is so new and people don't understand. Like,
they don't get
we look at this back. We're going to look back 10 years from now and people are like, oh, yeah, it happens. This is professional hockey. We make trades. We make moves. We do this. We do that. Y'all still want to go to a Knights game? Like, we're going to probably be competing with NBA teams here, baseball teams.
Yeah.
These fair weather locals, I'm sorry. You guys are killing me.
They don't get it.
They
don't
are
understand.
really killing me. They really are the worst. Like, I said, God, when the chips are down, y'all just bail.
And I don't mean to sound terrible.
Oh,
I don't mean to sound terrible, but a lot of it's the women. The women got attached to this team, attached to the players, and now they're mad that their player is gone.
It's a guy crush. I get it. You think I'd be...
well, it's also like maybe their first professional sports team they've ever really liked, or maybe they turned to Vegas after, they had a team because they've lived here. But you got to realize, if you're a professional sports fan, no matter what, unless you're only a player fan, it don't matter what happens. It's your team.
And I'd rather it sooner than later. I mean, like, again, what are we, 4 seasons in? If it was 10 seasons in and we had Fleury, then I'd feel some devastation. But you're talking 4. Really? It's very premature. I mean, they got to come and go. Ships are going to be sailing in and out of this thing. Just try to keep up with the roster.
Your car's older than the team. Come on now.
Support your team. I can take more devastation with Raiders type stuff because Raiders franchise has been around and the players haven't changed. They just relocated. Right. But this is a new team in a new city that's been going on 4 years. And y'all really are in y'all feelings about some players we ain't had for over a decade.
Y'all think Vegas will ever get a NBA team?
Oh yeah, it's in the works.
Yeah, I think it'll happen during the next expansion. I think it's going to be Seattle and Las Vegas to get the next 2 teams.
I was just about to ask you about Seattle, because
they got to make it even, so they're going to add 2 teams, and it's gonna. I think for sure it's going to be Seattle then Vegas. I think everybody knows that Seattle deserves that first.
Oh yeah,
I think Vegas will get the first, but you never know.
We can put a bet on it.
No, not that smart.
Because Seattle has every other. They got baseball, football, obviously, basketball. Oh no, they don't have basketball.
No. But they got the soccer.
The soccer team. The Sounders are great.
Sounders.
They're still competing right now. They got the Kraken now. I'm actually going to be at the Vegas Golden Knights, and there's the second game of our series is going to be on Tuesday, so I'll be up there to get to see the Kraken and VGK go. And what it sucks for the Vegas Golden Knights is because we're already down Stone, Pacioretty, and then William Karlsson was out, I think, earlier this week. So the team is really strained anyway, and then you can get a new guy who now has to have surgery. It's like...
It's a rough patch for us.
Tough, but at least it's happening early in the season.
Right.
We're going to get over it. It's going to be how, we'll be able to get through it and hopefully make this playoff push to get a championship here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, we came very close. Be lucky of that. I mean, these ingrates here.
definitely.
I can't believe it.
They don't get
God.
it. They don't get it. They don't get it. Oh, that's so Mo's camera times out usually about after an hour. It just cuts off. So she'll pop back in. We'll get her back. I don't know what it's a time.
Yeah,
thing.
time's out. Said too much.
But we'll get into some sneaker drops real quick. But before that, I just want to shout out a special girl power to our Las Vegas Aces girl, Chelsea Gray.
Hey,
Chelsea is yay.
Awesome.
Chelsea signed a deal to join the ACC network as a college basketball analyst. She's going to appear weekly as part of the ACCN's Ladies Night coverage and serve as an in-game analysis as well. She made the network debut on Tuesday as part of the Nothing But Net Women's Season preview special. So we're super proud of Chelsea. She's going to do big things, and it's great because obviously she went to Duke, so she's making a full circle, and we're really I'm happy for her. So special.
I am too.
Girl power to her.
Yeah,
but we'll get into
great.
some kicks. Yeah, we'll get into some kicks. Let's see what we got. So for those like me that can still fit into kid sizes, the grade schoolers, where the wild things are. These things, the little fuzzies. See the little fuzz, little sheep, little fuzz.
I love the little
up there?
swirling on them. Yeah.
Yeah, the Where the Wild Things drop on 11/5. So actually, that's today. Was that today?
That's tomorrow. Yeah, today for Guru.
Oh, tomorrow.
A few hours,
yeah.
7 o'clock.
In about 20 minutes, it'll be the 5th for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you gotta wait till that drop time. It's 7 a.m. out here, 10 a.m. for you guys. So those are number one right now. Got the AJ shocking pinks that are coming out.
They came out today.
Oh, they
and they sold out. Yeah, this is today's
They
drop.
sold out.
They're gone.
I mean, maybe for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but other than that, I don't see why anybody is buying.
Yeah,
I'm not feeling those.
Maybe Cameron or somebody.
Well, yeah.
Right. He'll probably. But
What's
you know
up,
what?
Big Lex? Yes,
the shoe ain't that bad. It's just the material.
The texture. And the material, like a terry cloth J.
Yeah,
the shoe is bad. The shoe is bad, and it's got the little sleeve. It's like you got like a little slip-on sleeve to go around your shoe.
I mean, it ain't no uglier than a Yeezy,
Facts. Those are the most ugliest shoes. Oh my God.
Speaking of, look at it.
Speaking of
a high grade,
Easy NSLTB BT, which I'm assuming is a boot. The khaki. These come out on the 6th. I don't even know. These are
Upgraded
so
Uggs.
tremendously ugly. These are.
Upgraded
I
Uggs
would
with
take an
subtraction.
UGG 100 times over these things. These look like you're about to go pull sleds in Alaskan Dog.
I picture somebody going to Starbucks wearing these, ordering a tall grande caramel macchiato.
Of course.
With a twist of nutmeg
and
or
a
whatever
messy
the case.
bun. And a messy
yes,
bun.
and a messy bun. Like, for real.
Those are the words. Kanye can't design sneakers.
I don't know, but people keep buying them just because they're his.
It's him.
Yeah.
It's so terrible. It's so terrible.
Because it's him.
Oh my God.
All
right. So these ones got the off-white times the AJ2.
Now those are fire.
They're pretty nice. Yeah. And that blue and green, that blue and yellow goes with my Mariners gear, the old school Mariners gear. So it's not, that's kind of slick. I
like that. The off-white always comes with it, with the signature on the side.
These are November 12th. November 12th.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, of course, you got the AJ12, the royalties.
Classic.
Come out on the 13th.
Yeah.
FYI, for all of our Vegas fans, these are pretty nice Golden Knight colors, too. The little extra gold detail there.
Yep. Those would be my Golden Knight sneakers.
Too. Those actually, I think, were on a early drop access, I think, today. FYI. Not that I stalk the sites or anything of the apps. I'm just saying, I may get the notifications all day long. Just saying.
That's facts. That's dope,
and
too.
I think that's all I had for shoes. So that's good. Okay.
What about the, well, I don't know. I saw.
We might have already gone over them, too.
Which ones?
The Cool Grades coming out next month.
Oh yeah, that's
we
December, honey.
covered those
We're not
already.
gonna we're not gonna release those yet. You know, everybody wants the cool grades. I'm being a hater when it comes to those. I'm not trying to tell nobody when those release dates come out.
We actually had the cool grades a
one.
couple episodes ago because we sometimes when they're too good, you put them a few episodes like really early before.
But we
don't
want our
give
listeners to forget.
Yeah, you'll forget about it. We're not gonna give you a reminder the day before.
Yeah, I'm not
unless
doing
you
that
on our team and you're gonna be on the app with us for us. You know what I mean?
And you can get us a pair.
I was gonna ask y'all, you know, just in case it's slow up here, I'm gonna have to send the cash app y'all way and just ship them down to me.
The game is tough out here. We've got so many sneaker
super
retail stores
tough.
out.
These West Coasters, man,
they're not playing. This is.
At
You think
all.
New York is bad? This is ridiculous out here.
Cutthroat, huh?
Not to mention, there's only one Nike store in all of Las Vegas. So if we ever have one of those things that drop to where you can try and get, a pickup, there's only one store here. So they gone fast. You can't even try and catch them. Like at least in like Seattle, other places, they got like 3-4 stores in your 50 mile radius. Nah, not out here.
Not here.
What about y'all malls and stuff?
Okay, so Finish Line and Foot Locker, I can break that down. Champs, all of them different, and Chic and Shoe Palace are all in my mall, and I still can't get a sneaker because they only in certain of those stores release certain J's. So at Foot Locker, you're only gonna get a series of the 4s. You can't get any other series. Sometimes they don't sell them. And then at Finish Line, we also have Finish Line. Shout out to you can get a couple of them, but their raffles are so shortlisted, you can't go there. Then Champs, they want to be haters and not give you the actual date, but give you a summation of we think it's going to come out this day, but we're not sure. And they don't have a list. You go to Chic will put you into their raffle by Cary code. They're the best. See, there's grade levels to the sneakers. One's the A store B. So if you get to Chic, it's that the glue is kind of half is on the
they might
it's
have
a
had
lower tier
glue
J.
leak.
You're still getting a legitimate J. It's just not a good quality J.
Yeah.
See, I figured this whole thing out. And then Shoe Pals, I say forget it because that's the lowest of the low. I mean, they got them in there, but they're not going to be the greatest quality looking sneaker. But again, another hard attempt to get if you don't know any better.
Y'all know it's crazy. I was gonna.
I love how I keep freezing explaining, but that's what it is.
Before I got my new Xbox, the one that came out last year in November.
Lucky.
I was finna reach out to y'all, see if y'all can find me one out there.
Oh, you can forget about that.
Ship it
so
down
they camp
to me.
out at the GameStop. So I already know the deal on that. You gotta go to certain GameStops and camp, and they literally have chairs lined up with people camping out of
serious?
the GameStops. Yes. PS5s, forget about it.
Real out here.
It's real out here.
We're gonna have to start asking you about these things.
I'm telling
you,
you,
hey Guru, I need to hit up the line for these new Jordans that are coming out.
As a sneaker person, I'm telling you, I know I'm trying. I'm listen. I working in the mall. You try to make friends everywhere you go, and you try to get in the inside scoop of everything, but they can't tell you nothing. It's kind of like we in the same boat as you. Dang. I literally had to get my fire red 4s from a store all the way out in Indiana. Luckily, someone knew someone that shipped them to me. Yes, that worked at Champs. That knew someone.
Oh, but you knew somebody out there.
Though. Yes, that was the only
I just thought you were randomly calling like states.
No, because I couldn't get them locally here. They were gone. Finished, finito. You weren't gonna get them. Yeah.
Ooh, Lord. Man.
It's hectic. And not to mention you got these high-end like retail sneaker stores like Sneaker Garden and
the resale ones. Yeah.
So they send their crew out there to all the local stores and get the shoes and then resell them in their store. That's how they do. Or they got the bots like crazy. So it's a tough game. It's a cold game. I remember the days of standing in line. I was with that. I got 2 pairs staying in line overnight. But those days are long gone. I wish those days would come back. I wouldn't mind standing in the line with a chair or whatever. I can do that.
Y'all
but this
know,
app thing, I can't do it.
Y'all, it's 2 that I'm gonna try to get. Well, I'm definitely gonna get the cool grades, but I still need to find the UNC 3s. I can't get my hands on them. They came out last year, like pre-pandemic, but I can't.
You check GOAT and
you check StockX and stuff. Like how high is it?
Y'all already know they're gonna try to hit you in the head.
Oh yeah, tickets gonna be high.
But sometimes they go down. Like I got my pair, I got a couple pairs off there that if I just waited a few months, they'd gone down. But of course, they probably weren't like the elite of of a draw. So
StockX for the UNC 3s, I wear size 10. They want 460.
Oh yeah, no.
5.
Yeah.
Well, how bad do you want them?
Right. I'm not gonna tell y'all how much I paid for the Concords.
I
at
already
least-
know what that ticket is hitting for. You ain't got to tell me.
At least not on air. You know what I'm
I
saying?
already know what the ticket is hitting on those. You ain't got to tell me, honey. That's at my price point. I already know. That's a designer dress and a bag or a bag. I already know.
I had to
already
have
know.
them, though.
You ain't got to tell
I had
me.
to get them.
I understand. I understand when people do what they do. I understand. I just can't do it. I look at that. I had a coworker
glad
that
I
got
wasn't
the
a
chunky
Concord
ducks, and I
fan,
knew what
that's
she
all.
paid for them on that stock. She's like, I was like, girl, have at it.
She
It's
bought
real.
some
Bag
chunkies
for
off
me.
StockX.
That's a whole bag.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, let's get into these picks
So
before I fall asleep and it's midnight and we've been on here for 6 hours. Mo's phone needs a break. Clearly, she got to get her some good Wi-Fi signal.
I know. It's so bad. My facial expressions were everything for this show, though. I hope people were entertained by it.
Like this one,
You
right
guys
now,
were
like,
laughing. You guys were laughing. Like, huh?
Of course.
Yeah, it's comedy.
All right, so we obviously can't pick for Thursday Night Football because it's already transpired. But we've got the Falcons at the Saints opening up Sunday morning or early afternoon for those out there in Tampa.
I hate them both.
I'm going with my Saints. No Jameis Winston.
Who's the quarterback? Because Taysom Hill's still injured. Like, they don't have anybody to quarterback.
Isn't it
Trevor Siemian.
Yeah,
Oh,
Simeon.
that's right.
Yeah, he balled. Right. He did pretty good.
He did
too.
good. Yeah, he did good. And Atlanta really ain't been doing anything.
This may be the chance for Atlanta to win.
Y'all know what Bucs Nation was calling him after James went down? Y'all want to know?
Phillip Rivers. Well, I heard they were talking. Wait, what? Phillip Rivers said he'd be down to play for New Orleans, but he haven't received a call.
Oh my God! No, I'm talking about Phillip Rivers needs to sit his down. But
you talking about Simeon?
Yeah, what some Bucs Nation in the Facebook
call him something nasty, probably.
Yeah,
I know. Sea captain.
We know what that. We know what his last name kind of sounds like.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sea captain. Yeah.
Well, he might
I still go with the Saints because the Saints have a defense like no other. If they can't do it offensively, they're gonna make some stops defensively.
And it's in New Orleans too, so you don't know it. Nola fans. I'm going Nola. What you got? If you have to pick, Guru, who you going with?
Division rivals, hate them both equally, but I'm gonna go with the Saints because the Falcons are really trash.
They they need a new quarterback so bad and a whole new team, to be honest.
Yeah.
To be honest. All right, so we've got the Broncos at Dallas. Dak is supposedly going to be able to play, even though his backup did pretty well and won the game for him last week. Broncos are without Von Miller.
Right.
Right. I want to just say Broncos because you know how much I can't stand the Cowboys, but it's like,
gotta be realistic to it. I gotta say Cowboys.
Really. Like the Broncos don't have. They don't even.
And I still need all my AFC teams to fall in the West. AFC West teams to fall. I need them to all take L's. So I'm going with
Stephanie,
the Cowboys.
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys just for her. Mo 2G.
Yeah.
Guru.
I hate Dallas. My pastor is a Cowboys fan, so he reminds me about it every Sunday at church. And my therapist is too. So
I'd have to find a new therapist at that point. Like, nope,
too.
I'm sorry. That's giving me more trauma right there.
Yeah. I think with my therapist, I would
therapist-
never want to know what team they associate with because I feel like I can't talk to you
Yeah.
now. You're not going to understand me.
therapist and the pastor, but I'm just looking at football. The Dallas Cowboys are immensely talented, so I'm gonna roll with Dallas.
Okay.
Okay. We got the Patriots at Carolina. Still no Christian McCaffrey, of course. Man.
I'll go with
New England beat the Chargers last week in LA.
They're in a roll. So I'm thinking the Patriots.
They barely beat them, but they beat them.
Can they do that in North Carolina? I think they can.
Carolina beat Atlanta, but that wasn't necessarily anything to call home about. So
I'm gonna roll with the Patriots. I hate them too, but I'm gonna roll with them.
Panthers, another division rival, trash. So I'm going New England.
I'm gonna just say Carolina just to break some I don't have the word for it right now, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Carolina. I still can hopefully think they can do something. Vikings at Baltimore.
Ravens.
Yeah. Is
Yeah,
Lamar
the
Jackson
Vikings
okay?
look
Is he
terrible.
healthy now? I'm gonna go with Lamar Jackson.
Is he healthy now?
He's healthy now, right? Because he was on the injury thing at first.
Yeah.
I think.
And they coming off a
Lamar-
bye week, right?
I think.
Yes, they did not play last week.
Yeah, I'll go with Baltimore. See how they do after the bye.
And Dallas beat up on Minnesota barely, of course, too.
Yeah.
But let's see.
That's
All right,
Philly.
it is. You know, it's past her hour and she knows she gives me a good hour and a half. But you know, she's like, okay, mom, we're done, right? Let's play. Cleveland at Cincinnati. So Cincinnati lost,
Ooh.
Cleveland lost. The Battle of Ohio.
I'm taking Joe Burrow over Baker.
Me too.
Yeah.
I gotta go
Man.
with Joe Burrows.
And you
LSU.
know I love the Browns, but
I
these
know.
Browns are bad
They're
now.
dysfunctional right now. They got problems, and they may come in and do some things. Their backup wasn't too bad. He wasn't too shabby at all. But I'm rolling with Joe Burrows. Jamar Chase.
Wait,
Stud.
is Nick?
Joe
is
Mixon.
anyone back yet? Is any of the running backs back yet? Like I need that stat.
I think Joe
Jeez.
Mixon is back too. He was down. He was on the injury, but I think he's back.
Lex, if you're still listening, he's of course Team Cowboy as well. And he said, "Cowboy is America's team." Yeah, I know. You guys still think that. It's cute, but
I gotta go with Cincy.
all right. I'm gonna go with Cleveland. I'm gonna just round it out. We got the Buffalo Bills at the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh,
Now
Bills.
Buffalo did lose last week.
Yeah, they did.
But it is the Jaguars.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna
Yeah.
lose to the Jaguars. So I'm going with
picking
the
the
Bills.
Jags.
You're gonna pick the Jags?
No, I'm going with the Bills.
No, Guru.
Oh.
Bills for sure.
Okay. Another dumpster here. Texans at Miami. Of course, Miami did not put in for Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson's staying in Texas.
Yeah.
And Miami's rolling with Tua. So
Miami.
I'm gonna go with Miami. But
Me
that's
too.
only because it's like the lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
What you got, Guru?
Dolphins.
All right. Raiders at the Giants.
Christ.
Woo, Mo.
Jesus.
Can the team
Lord help us.
persevere?
Lord help
Because
us.
the Giants almost beat the Chiefs in Kansas City on Monday night.
But everybody's beating the Chiefs. They didn't figure them out.
But they all, Chiefs pulled it off. But the Giants,
yeah. Lord help us. I pray that we win this game. We need this kind of salvation from all of our dark cloud, So I'm going to go with my Raiders.
I'm going to root
ride
for
with
y'all
them.
just because
Win,
y'all
lose,
need this. Y'all need
through
this.
and through. Through all the good, the bad, ugly of the Raiders. I'm with
Because
my
I
team.
feel like if a loss happens this weekend, it's going to be like a downhill little slide.
Yeah, and it doesn't need to be because we got Cincinnati coming up too, and we cannot afford this.
Raiders.
We need at least a win.
Raiders.
Thank you, Guru.
Okay.
For sure.
All right, we
Back
got
on my
the
side.
Chargers at Philly. Of course, the Chargers lost last week. I can't remember what Philly did. Let me see.
I'm going with Philly anyway.
Philly beat
Justin
Detroit
Herbert
last week.
Justin Herbert is turned into a Charger. Chargers do what bolts do. I'm rolling with Philly on this.
But Jalen Hurts is iffy on his own.
He
He's
is,
like
but-
one day he good, one day he don't know who he is.
but I think this will be his week.
How cold is it in Philly now? That's the question. Because these California boys, they're not used to the Philly winters. But
That's
I don't know
true,
if
too.
It's really, I
know
don't
if it's
have the
cold
weather
enough.
mapped for that.
I'm
I'm gonna go with the Chargers. Mo's going with Philly. Gru, who you got?
Chargers. Justin Herbert. Let's go.
Yeah.
I don't like rooting for Ducks.
AFC West
I don't
to
like
win.
rooting for Ducks often, but when I do, it's gonna be for a good reason. Okay, so here we go. Green Bay at Kansas City. This is the time where Kansas City can really show out because there is no Aaron Rodgers. Devontae Adams is supposed to be back by this week to play. We're not sure if he will be. So
I'm gonna go with
what
Green Bay. I
say
told you I
you?
want no one in the AFC West to win except the Raiders this week. So I'm going with Green Bay.
I'm gonna go with Kansas City only because obviously with no Aaron Rodgers, they're not gonna have that threat of a last minute, 1 minute, run down the field. I feel like if this is gonna be Patrick Mahomes' last chance. Like if you're gonna pull off a big win or pull off another win and you can do it against Green Bay, it's gonna be at home and it's gonna be when Aaron Rodgers isn't playing.
But you don't know what his backup can do. And you don't know how long he's been mentoring from the backup. So
sure. Jordan Love? I mean, but he's a rookie. He's been mentoring since the beginning. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying
we just don't know what he can do. We just don't know. Yeah. But I'm curious.
He's no John Wick.
He's no John Wick. So I want to see.
But I wonder if he's vaccinated.
Jesus, hopes. God.
G, who you got? Guru.
Man, I'm gonna go with Green Bay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We got the Cardinals, another division rivalry. Cardinals at San Francisco. This is a game that I think San Francisco would need to win because obviously the Arizona Cardinals are top of the league. San Francisco has been struggling a little bit, but they're coming off a bye week. They played last week and they barely beat the Bears. Or they did.
Yeah, I'm
beat
rolling
the
with the Cardinals. I'm rolling with the Cards.
I'm gonna go. Yeah. Well, that's just me. I can't stand the.
Yeah, I understand.
So that would never happen.
They're in your division. You got to go with the Cards. I'm going with them for you.
For sure.
So the Derrick Henry list Tennessee Titans at the Rams with the Power 3 defense.
Yeah, you have to. It's a must.
That's gonna be a blood.
I gotta go. I mean, here's the deal. I don't want to root with it for the Rams, but reality check, right? Like, I don't know. Can Tannehill go against the Rams?
No.
Not with Von Miller over there. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to go with the Rams.
Without a Derrick Henry.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
LA.
Man. It's the Rams. Sorry.
Yeah. So that's going to be a great Sunday night game, though, I still think. It should be interesting to watch. We'll get to see Von Miller first time in his Rams jersey, as well as to see what happens with Adrian Peterson, first time in the Tennessee Titans jersey. Then Monday Night Football. I don't think anybody will watch Monday Night Football, just kind of like how I basically turned the channel during this Monday's Monday Night Football when the Giants played the Kansas City Chiefs. I turned the channel during the halftime, I think. We got the Bears at the Steelers. Anybody care?
No, we don't. But if I had to choose, I'm going to go with Actually, I'm going to go with the Bears on this one because, was really doing very well considering that loss that they took last week.
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields. I mean,
and the Steelers give up Melvin Ingram as well. So
so I think this might be their win. I'm going to see if they come to Pittsburgh and can beat them. Because you never know what type of Big Ben you're going to get anyway. But yeah.
You don't. You really don't. And they're both used to cold weather, no matter what kind of weather it is. So
but Justin Fields has a potential. I'm thinking
he has the potential, but it's like I've got two different wide receivers, Mooney and Robinson, I believe, or I think it's Robinson on the Bears, and it's like they're hit or miss on fantasy points. Like I just get me points. I don't care what happened.
Yeah,
I'll go with the Bears. Guru, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Chicago. The youngster Justin Fields. Let's see what he can do.
Okay.
Appreciate you. We know you're turning into a
pumpkin. We will keep you posted and shout you out for the next episode on who wins with our pick'ems. Mo, I did win last week, so it's now you're leading for the season 4-3.
4-3, just by one. You may get me. We may tie up.
You never know. We'll see how it goes. But Guru, we appreciate you. Yes. We love the collab. We appreciate you again. Where can everybody find you as far as social media, and where can they find the podcast?
Y'all can find me on Instagram at Guru's Views Podcast, Twitter Guru813. Ladies, thank y'all so much. I have a ball every time we collaborate. Next time, we're going to do it in person. Y'all gonna come down to Tampa. We're gonna do it big. I want to do it at this sports bar. I'm gonna take y'all to this sports bar. It's called Glory Days. Y'all have that in Vegas? It's called, y'all will like it. They got like a huge.
Is that like an old Bruce Springsteen song? Glory Days.
Yeah.
Nah, it's this huge sports bar, nice side of town. So we record live out there. So.
Okay, well, hopefully y'all can win a Super Bowl and we can come to the parade because I'm going to bring my paddleboard on the river and I'm going to be on that dang river if y'all win. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, we definitely
make sure
repeat.
there's room. Yeah.
For sure.
All right, y'all. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. Make sure if you're tuning in now, you can feel free to rewatch the episode. Don't mind Mo's phone and the technical difficulties. It's all good. If you're listening, make sure to follow us on YouTube, subscribe to our channel, check us out on Instagram, Twitter at Girl Chat Sports, on Facebook, Girl Chat Sports, and please join the group on Facebook as well, Girl Chat Sports Group. Anyways, this is it. We'll catch y'all next Wednesday. We appreciate y'all.